Welcome! Today we're going on a mission to crack the code of clear communication. We're going to spot and fix the two most common errors that can really weaken our writing and, confuse our readers. You know that feeling, right? You're reading something, and all of a sudden you hit a sentence that feels, well, like a puzzle with a piece missing. Or maybe you've seen the opposite, a sentence that just goes on and on and on, mashing a bunch of ideas together. Well, today we're going to solve those mysteries. So here's our game plan. First, we'll identify these common culprits. Then, we'll open the case file on what's called a sentence fragment, followed by the runaway run-on. And finally, we'll get you set up with all the right tools for writing with total clarity. All right, let's dive right in. Look, the whole point of writing is clarity, but there are a couple of sneaky culprits that creep into our sentences, and they can make our message super confusing and weak. Our mission is to learn how to spot them so every single sentence we write can deliver its idea perfectly. And to do that, I want you to put on your detective hat. Seriously, for the next few minutes, you're a writing detective. Your job? To hunt down the clues that lead to weak writing and learn exactly how to fix them. Okay, let's open our first case file, the sentence fragment. This is probably one of the most common suspects you'll find at the scene of any confusing piece of writing. So what is a fragment, really? Well, it's basically an imposter. It looks like a sentence. It might start with a capital letter and with a period, but it's all a disguise. It's missing a crucial piece of the puzzle that it needs to express a complete thought. And this image here just nails the problem perfectly. Think of a complete sentence as a finished puzzle. A fragment, it's just one of those pieces. It's missing either the who or the what, that's the subject, or it's missing the action, that's the verb. Sometimes, believe it or not, it's missing both. Let's look at some evidence. Read this. The 1,250-foot Empire State Building in New York. Okay, but what about it? What is it doing? We have a thing, but we have no action. The verb is totally missing. It just leaves you hanging, right? And here's the fix. It's so simple. By just adding one little verb, is, we've cracked the case. The 1,250-foot Empire State Building is in New York. Bam! All of a sudden, it's a complete, satisfying thought. Now, here's another clue for you, detective. Stands almost 1,500 feet tall. Okay, so this time we've got the action, stands, but who or what is doing the standing? We're missing our subject. And the solution is just as straightforward. We just add the subject. The Willis Tower stands almost 1,500 feet tall. Now the sentence is whole, it's clear, and it gives us a complete idea. Case closed on that one. All right, let's move on to our next case. We're now investigating the run-on sentence. And this is interesting because if a fragment has too little information, the run-on has the opposite problem. It's got way too much, all just crammed together. So here's the official definition. A run-on sentence is what happens when two or more complete sentences get squished together into one without the right punctuation or connecting words to guide the reader. It's kind of like a train of thought that's completely jumped the tracks. Let's check out the evidence. Mars has ice caps. It also has two moons. See what's happening? You can almost hear the two complete ideas just colliding. Idea 1, Mars has ice caps. Idea 2, it also has two moons. They're both complete thoughts, but they've just been smashed together. So how do we fix this chaos? Well, we have two really simple tools in our toolkit. Our first option is just a period. Stop the first thought completely. Mars has ice caps. It also has two moons. Nice and clean. Option 2 is to use a comma plus a joining word. That's a conjunction, like and. Mars has ice caps, and it also has two moons. Both fixes work perfectly. All right, detective, time for a little pop quiz. Let's test those skills. Take a look at this sentence. Some people think bats are dirty animals. This is not true. So, what do you think? Is this a runaway run-on, or is it a complete correct sentence? If you spotted those two separate ideas clashing, you are absolutely right. It's a run-on. The first idea is, some people think bats are dirty animals. The second is, this is not true. And we can easily fix it by connecting them with a comma and the word but. Fantastic work. Okay, we've investigated the evidence, we've identified our culprits, and we've solved the cases of both the fragment and the run-on. Now, let's put all our findings together in our official detective toolkit. Here it is, your official toolkit for clear writing. Let's just go over the rules one more time. First, Every single sentence needs a subject and a verb, no exceptions. Second, a fragment is just an incomplete thought. You fix it by adding whatever's missing. Third, a run-on is when you join two complete thoughts the wrong way. And fourth, you fix those run-ons with a simple period or a comma plus a joining word like and, but, or so. And listen, this stuff really matters. Mastering these simple rules will instantly make your writing so much clearer, more professional, and way more powerful. So, my final question for you is this. Now that you're an expert detective and you can spot these common culprits from a mile away, how are you going to use these tools? I mean, think about your next email, your next report, even your next text message. How will you make sure every single sentence is clear, complete, and totally correct?